We have to go to the root. We have to go to the cause. Dealing with the condition itself is not enough.
Dear Mr. Massa, I'm just trying to mind my own business. What's the matter? It's just another day, another black king captured. I'm about to lose my brain, stuck inside this ghetto rapture. I got a lot of smoke. If you want it, you can have it. They want a hat trick, but this is black girl magic. Ain't talking about the kind that'll make you disappear, but I'm talking about the power of the melanin within. Ain't looking for trouble, but I'ma say this one time. I put two dukes up if you try to touch mine. We still want justice for Tamir and Trayvon. You say you don't see color, but racism ain't blind. They targeting little kids whose skin look just like mine. So I'm paranoid, it's a war zone outside. And I'm a black queen, so if you ask me to step out of my car, you gon' have to snatch me. Cause I ain't going no damn well. Had to spend my whole life living unfair. Ancestors got my back and they right here. You can never understand, it's a nightmare. Living in my black shoes by the black rules. You can keep your handshake, I don't dap coons. The white man that go nuts if he cash you. But you all on his side like a damn fool. Make it make sense.
We are oppressed.
Queen.
We are exploited. We are downtrodden.
Make it make
We are
sense.
denied not only civil rights, but even human rights.
Amadeus.
So the only way we're going to get some of this
Amadeus.
oppression and exploitation
Queen.
away from us or aside from us is come together
Queen.
against the common enemy. Who taught you to hate the texture of your
Amadeus.
hair? Who taught you to hate the color of your skin?
Amadeus.
Parents, pay attention to the books, the school system, even to your little children. Lies mixed with wisdom. His skin too bright, so he was blind to the prison. My skin just right, so I collide with division. You trying to pray to God, but we tired of religion. No savior saving, we got to save our savings. We used to pay miss, how we gon' make the slave rich? But who's to blame, and tell me why you complaining? We need a team effort just to rule the nation. Like a bad relationship, missing communication. We missing moderation. They trying to get a poison to my population. No reparations. I'm getting tired of Satan.
We are oppressed.
Queen.
I'm getting tired of waiting.
We are downtrodden.
Queen.
We are denied not only civil rights, but even human rights.
Amadeus.
So the only way we're going to get some of this
Amadeus.
oppression and exploitation.
Queen.
Touch one of mine and you're done. They show no love for the queen. Why you hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans? I got dreams like King Luther, shed blood like Kunsa. You ain't helping my people, I ain't got nothing to say to ya. I want all the smoke like hookah. Talking reparations. America won't be great until they give us compensation. I'm like, I'm the hottest right now. I see a bunch of lames out here trying to jock on my style. They be doing too much. I'm the queen, it's too easy. It's like they all in Popeyes, how they be talking so greasy. I just sit back and laugh while these haters get madder. So nefarious how they don't want my pockets with cheddar. I tell them they can do better. These snakes in the grass can leave a bite on your ass, cause y'all be trusting too fast. I got my foot on the gas, other one on they necks. Dropping receipts on haters, you better show some respect. I'm never facing regrets, we only facing the threat.
This is the sound of Eric Malcolm.
It's a cut on the gas, other one on they necks. Dropping receipts on haters, you better show some respect. I'm never facing regrets, we only facing the threat. Running through every challenge like a relay, break no sweat. It's a cold game, so I got that blanket with me. Now that my people awaken, ain't no going to sleep. I do not play by my piece, this time I'm playing for keeps. You talking slick, but when I see you like them ends, we gon' be. And I got gold all in my skin, God all in my blood, kings all in my circle. You touch one of mine and you're done. They show no love for the queen, why they hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans, and I got gold all in my skin, God all in my blood, kings all in my circle. You touch one of mine and you're done. They show no love for the queen, why they hate Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X to my jeans and I got it's me now. Hear my truth now. Yeah. I'm here to speak and make it clear. I'm sorry, y'all, for all I've done. But I'm not the only one in a dark place. I told some lies, but I'm not the only one. We all got secrets under the sun. In the shadows, we played the game. Now I'm standing here taking the blame. A lot of y'all was at the freak off too, so don't put it all on me. That's just the truth. I've been up and down this road trying to find my peace. Confessions of a man without a release. Oh, now, hey. In the mirror, I saw the truth hiding in plain view. I'm coming clean now, this burden to undo. We were all there dancing shadows in the night, acting wrong when we knew what was right. But deep inside, there's more you must see. In this room of mirrors, it's not just me. I walk this path with heavy chains, trying to shed those sins, erase the stains. I've seen the highs and the crushing lows, fading in the spotlight, that's how it goes. Now I'm standing here, hard on my sleeve, trying to clear the air, let the demons relieve. Every wrong turn and every mistake led me to this moment, let my soul quake. Plays a part in the shadows deep, lost in the game. It's promises to keep.
All right, hello everyone. Hello everyone. Thanks for tuning back in once again to the original Queen QueenAShakur show. I'm your host, Queen QueenAShakur, and this is your morning wake-up call. So as you're coming in, please feel free to go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Be sure to click that notification bell and click the word all so you're notified each time Queen Goddess goes live. All right. Durrani said, look at Sugar Smacks, just as arrogant as ever. Okay. This I said, Queen, you're a mess and I love it. Well, thank you. That was a Queen QueenAShakur production. I made that song myself. The rest of them I borrowed from others, but I made that one myself this morning. But anyway, I thought y'all would like it. So with that all being said, everyone please like and share. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Be sure to click that notification bell and click the word all so you're notified each time the Queen Goddess goes live. All right, and so thank you all for tuning in. So let's get ready to get into it. Swift said, if Diddy the pimp marries the madam. Oh, that crazy beach Aaron said, paying homage to the Queen of Receipts, Grand Rising Queen and Queendom, G from the land, and I love us some Queen. Thank you, beloved, and I love me some you and G from the land. All right, thank you for your kind words and for your contribution to the channel. Peace, love, and blessings. All right, so let's get it started. Kimberly said, all hail the Queen of Receipts. Okay, it's so. Nita's of Mike's World said, is that on your TikTok? No, I literally just did it this morning. That's why I was a little late, because I thought about it at the last minute. I got the video footage off of TikTok, yes, but I did that song, okay, AI generated, of course. I did that this morning. So All right, Sunset Night said that song was fire. Thank you. Okay, so let's get into it. Everyone get the likes up, please like and share. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram at Dr._A_Shakur, TikTok at Dr.A_Shakur, and Twitter at DGoddess27. And also, please double check to make sure that you're still subscribed to the Queen's channel by just double check because you know how they do. All right, and so with that all being said, I saw some people asking me in the comments yesterday. You know, I don't really get to respond to the comments often, but I do try to read over some of them. But I saw people asking if I could call you guys to let you know when I'm going live because they said I'm being hidden again. And that's probably because I had Dr. Sheep on here, who knows, but because, you know, he's shadow banned as well. So with that all being said, at the end of the day, I am going to get that service back. I just have not gotten around to it because I've been so busy. I told you guys I'm working on all these other projects. Okay, I was writing lyrics last night for something else I have going on. And so with that all being said, I'll try to get that done sometime this week so you all can be able to dial the number or text the word Royals, and so you can get your notifications. Now, here's the thing. Now, I'm going to be adding memberships to the channel. And so with that all being said, likely, it just depends on what package, what deal they give me, but I may be sending those links out to members, okay? And so we'll see. We'll see. All right. And so that all being said, Juju said, period, Queen. A Queen been pushing her pen, #bars. Thank you, beloved. All right. And so with that all being said, let's get ready to get into it. Everyone, please get those likes up. Now, you all may remember that a few months ago, and matter of fact, I want to say that it was back in probably February or March, where I reported to you guys. And I didn't see anybody else reporting this. I'm sure they did. Hold on. Okay, so you may remember back some months ago, I reported that there was someone supposedly trying to sell those FO tapes online. Matter of fact, it was 2 months ago. That's when this video was. So now Jaguar Wright has come out and said that Diddy is selling FO tapes online. Now, I can't substantiate these claims. Everything's alleged. But this is what Jaguar says. Now, it kind of makes sense to a certain degree because remember, like I said months ago, someone else was trying to sell footage of Diddy in alleged compromising positions. So let's go back to that video that I did, and then we're going to get into these receipts that Jaguar's talking about. Okay, likes up, everyone, please like and share. Thank you in advance. Now, mind you, Teacup said, how Jaguar be know it? I don't know, honey. She must have inside connections. All right. So with that all being said, now, mind you, this is a video from 2 months ago. Now, I had this outfit on a couple of days ago. So this video is not from a couple of days ago. It's from a few months ago. But so let's get into it. I'm going to share my screen. Likes up, everyone. Please like and share. Thank you in advance. Okay, here we go. That they were subjected to, which left at least one of them that we know of completely trashed in the aftermath with the place looted. Exactly. How could you be having the best life? How could you just be living it up? Absolutely not. Diddy's faking the funk. They said, we know Diddy and company are furious over the way this was handled, especially since he hasn't been arrested or charged with a crime. And yet the Fed storms in regardless. It's also clear Diddy has a good support system around him. And while he's far from out of the woods at this point, he's at least comfortable enough to show his face in public. The saga continues. And at this rate, it feels like we'll be seeing and maybe hearing more from Diddy in the coming weeks. Diddy is clearly pressed. Okay, I don't care what they say. He's trying to keep up appearances. And, you know, they also said that his daughters support him. But of course they should. That's their father. They don't believe any of these things that are being said about him. Even if the proof is there, they still don't believe it. Now, goes on to say this just came out too. Diddy NFT listing boasts footage of rapper going to highest bidder. Diddy's out here selling stuff, honey. This is how you know he's broke. Diddy's alleged after-hours exploits are set to be unearthed. That is, if a new listing hyping up supposed BTS videos of him is to be believed and, more importantly, purchased. Here's the deal. TMZ has been made aware of a listing on a crypto exchange site that went up by a person who purports to be in possession of a lot of Diddy footage over the years, much of which they claim features him in compromising situations. Wait a minute, what? Say what now? Do y'all hear this? I must have read this wrong. Because this isn't Diddy selling this. Somebody else is trying to sell this. Please pay attention. They said they have, hold on. Specifically, the listing touts itself as having unreleased, never before seen private footage and photos of Diddy in his residence, private jet, studios, and various other locations engaged in private activities, and often doing and saying what appears to be very controversial things. Wow, somebody's getting exposed for filth. They also said the footage has been taken over years, much of which they claim features him in some compromising positions. So it looks like the actual blackmailer was getting blackmailed. Please pay attention. Y'all hear this, but y'all think Diddy's out there living his best life? Let me cut this fan on. Y'all think Diddy's out there living his best life with all of this going down? Oh my goodness, not compromising positions on his jets and everywhere else. Who has this footage? That's what I would like to know. And then they're selling it to the highest bidder. Going to the highest bidder, that's what it says. Doing controversial things. Now the listing claims to have video of Diddy partaking in what seems to be what is described as various dubious activities, but stopped short of suggesting anything he's currently under a microscope for. Probably a freak off, okay? Different freak offs is probably what it is. Now, in any case, the listing says any interested party can have access to this massive dump that they claim to have, which they say entails over 13,000 files and 3 terabytes of content for a price, namely about $1.5 million, which is what they're hoping to sell it for. Let me tell you all something. I know who's doing this. I know who's doing. Do you all hear this? Now, y'all don't think this is the feds doing this? The people, the same people that went there and confiscated all that video footage and all that stuff? Okay, this sounds like a myriad, treasure trove of freak-off material. Okay? This is all crazy. Now, sounds to me, Multi-T says piss-offs. Y'all know this, come on now. We got to think critically. This likely, in my opinion, allegedly, let me just say that, could be one of those agents who went in there. Because why now? I find it very interesting that this is all coming out right now after they raided his home. Okay? Why would the person who's trying to sell this and list it on the website, why would they have done this previously? And they're asking for $1.5 million. I want you to pay attention, because what they're doing is blackmailing Diddy. Because if this stuff is on a site, the highest bidder, they're hoping Diddy will pay for it, buy it himself, so it doesn't get exposed. I want you all to pay attention. This is all crazy. This is all crazy. But let me continue. Hold on. Nina says they say that's why Andre Harrell did himself because of revenge porn. Really? They're trying to get Diddy to come out the pocket, okay? Because pay attention. What normal average person would want all of that stuff at such a high price? $1.5 million. This is clearly for Diddy to purchase this stuff back from them. One of those agents who went up in there when they raided the places probably took some of that stuff and is now trying to sell. This is all crazy. Like I said, the blackmailer is getting blackmailed. Please pay attention, because that's absolutely what I think. $1.5 million. Hold on. Let me go back to the share, because there was more. I thought that was it. Buckhorse DC says somebody gonna get hurt. Hold on. This is all nefarious. All of this alleged Diddy content is being hawked as an NFT, and the listing says you can take it off their hands and get access to the files for a cool $425
WETH, which is wrapped Ethereum, which comes out to $1,494,032. That's or the best offer they can find. This is all crazy. Now they say FWIW, there's no evidence that backs up the notion this is legit, even though the listing claims it's 100%, and so far there are no offers for what they're selling. It just goes to show that everyone is getting in on Diddy's feeding frenzy, on the Diddy feeding frenzy, even in crypto land. Yeah, there's no offers because that price is too high. The only person, like I said, who would be interested in spending that amount of money for that would be Diddy.
Okay. Now, here's the thing. At the time, you know, they were saying they had footage of Diddy. Now, truth over everything says the celebrities will want to buy it back. Well, absolutely, beloved, they would. But this particular instance, when it was reported, they didn't say celebrities. They specifically said Diddy in compromising positions. So this would have been something that Diddy would want. They said Diddy was in the compromising positions. They didn't name anyone else. But I find it all interesting because Jaguar said some names. We're going to get into it in just a moment. Okay, we're going to get into that in just a moment. Hold on. There's more.
This as he's become the target of a federal investigation that's looking into various claims. Now, he's denied any wrongdoing, and he also hasn't been charged with a crime. Not yet, anyway. Okay. I just want you all to pay attention. But of course, DC said fans recorded everything to sell back to him. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Now, with that all being said, the interesting thing is the whoever that was said they had years worth of footage. Now, remember, I told you guys that Diddy claims allegedly that he'd had recordings of himself since the 90s, like as if he was going to make a documentary or something. I don't know why he was exactly, having all of these things about his life recorded. But that was the thing that came out 2 months ago. So they had supposed Diddy footage. But now I don't think it was the feds, because remember what my uncle said, and he knows more than I do. My uncle said the feds would not leak stuff like that because they could get into trouble. So with that all being said, who had that footage? I would like to know. But now here's the thing. Maybe because someone was selling that footage for such a high price, is that what possibly gave Diddy the idea to sell it? Because Jaguar claims that Diddy's selling footage, and 50 Cent was offering top dollar for footage of the free cops. Let's get into that first, and then we're going to go to what Jaguar had to say. Likes up, everyone, please like and share. Thank you in advance. This is all so nefarious, and I had forgotten all about that receipt until I heard about Jaguar talking about him selling on the dark web. Okay, so 50 Cent says he'll pay top dollar for alleged Diddy hidden camera party footage. Fifth has been teasing his Diddy Do It docuseries for some time now. And so 50 Cent suggested that he's willing to pay top dollar for alleged footage that Diddy secretly recorded during his freak-off parties. Now, in a post on Instagram, Fifth shared a photo of a Fox News report on the Homeland Security raids on Diddy's properties that highlighted a portion of Rodney Lil Rod Jones' civil lawsuit against the Bad Boy Records founder, saying Mr. Combs had hidden cameras in every room of his home, has recordings of several celebrities, artists, music label executives, and athletes engaging in illegal activity. That's what the highlighted section of the civil complaint read, saying these individuals were recorded without their knowledge and consent. Mr. Combs possesses compromising footage of every person who has attended his freak-off parties and his house parties. Now, alongside the screenshot, 50 Cent added, shaking my head, this is going to be so good. What you want to be in, what you want to be, hold on. What you want to bet, I'm going to get those tapes. They say B, but I know that should be bet typo. Okay, what you want to bet, I'm going to get those tapes. I'll pay top dollar for them. You've been over there. I don't go to Puffy's parties. This is all crazy. This is all crazy. Now, 50 Cent has been clowning Diddy since Cassie filed a lawsuit against him in November that accused him of rape and years of abuse. He since teased a docuseries on the allegations surrounding Diddy, which he said will be titled Diddy Do It. Now, this is going to break records when it drops. This is what 50 told his fans. He suggested the proceeds from the docuseries will go toward sexual assault victims. Shortly after the raid, 50 Cent stated his belief that federal agents wouldn't have raided Diddy's Los Angeles and Miami properties unless they were certain they had a case against him. Now, that's a fact. Okay. He said, "Ish just got real. The feds in all the cribs, damn, they got the kids in cuffs. Now it's not Diddy doing, it's Diddy done. They don't come like that unless they got a case." Now, in Cassie's lawsuit against Diddy, she said that he subjected her to freak-off parties in which he forced her to participate in sexual acts that she did not consent to. Her songwriter friend, Tiffany Red, corroborated the accounts, while Jones's lawsuit also mentioned these parties. Now, while 50 Cent has questioned what went down at the infamous parties, Tyrese is among the few in Hollywood and the music industry to defend Diddy and his most legendary parties. What were you doing at those parties, Tyrese? Okay. I find this all so nefarious. All right. So like I said, Jaguar says that he's selling these things on the dark net. So let's get into that. All right. Let's get into that. Now I'm going to play a clip from the interview that Jaguar did when she was talking about this.
Diddy really selling freak-off footages on the dark net.
Brown said Diddy's not going to jail. He said,
I can understand why he would say that.
yeah. Can you break that down a little bit more? Why you think he said
Well, considering that the is selling his own God evidence that would put him in jail against him on the dark net to the highest bidder. Why would he sell evidence of his debauchery and savagery? Why would he sell on the dark net his tapes of all the just terrible? Wanna know why? Because he doesn't intend to stand trial.
Is he protecting people, or are people protecting him?
Oh no, he's selling it because he needs the cash. The last freak off tape that just got sold on the dark net, which I know because I monitor, went for $500 million. It had multiple stars in it. Nicki Minaj, Rihanna, Chris Brown, Justin Bieber, Drake. It was a really interesting night in Calabasas, and he just sold that footage.
How come you think it doesn't get leaked to the public?
The dark net?
Yeah, like...
Because of the dark coin. Most people don't even know that the dark coin exists.
Y'all heard that? Now, that all sounds plausible to me, because here's the thing. Some would say, well, why would he be doing this? But guess what? I was the first one to tell you guys that Diddy would absolutely barter for his freedom. Once in the chat, if you guys remember when I told you all that, I said, I guarantee you, Diddy has more tapes. Even if the feds took all of them out of the residences, he's got it stored in the clouds. He's probably got some in safety deposit boxes and all of that, safety deposit boxes and all of that. And I said, Diddy is going to barter for his freedom. You all remember me telling you that? I said he's going to barter for his freedom with that footage, because those people that are in there, you think they want that out? And now pay attention to what Jaguar said. When the interviewer asked her, and shout out to them, I forget the name of them, we call them the Blue Couch. But remember, when he asked her, how come this isn't leaked to the public? That's because it's done through dark coin, which is like Bitcoin. And it's basically a way to keep yourself private. Okay, you have a digital wallet, And it's like a digital version of cash, basically. You choose whether your transactions will be public or private. Okay, just like with Bitcoin, as I said. And they're stored in a digital wallet, and the dark coin wallet allows you to stay private even when you're trading or exchanging, or even if there's in fact third parties involved. All right, even if there's third parties involved. So, with that all being said, I find it very interesting at the end of the day. Now, TMZ reported, now here's what I'm thinking now. Because Jag has said this, TMZ reported 2 months ago that someone was trying to sell footage of Diddy. Now, could that have been Diddy doing that as well? Because if Diddy was in compromising positions, there was someone in the videos with him. So like Truth Over Everything said, celebrities wouldn't want that stuff out there, and they would be interested in purchasing it. Anyone who was on those tapes. So who was in the tapes with Diddy that were being sold 2 months ago, according to TMZ? Who would have been in there? Clearly some celebrities, okay? And it could have been some male celebrities. And so maybe then when that stuff was being auctioned off on the dark web 2 months ago, well, maybe that was also Diddy. Maybe that was also Diddy. And here's another thing. We all know that Diddy doesn't care about putting videos out there of people having relations, including himself, because one of the most recent accusers said that she found out that Diddy recorded their little fiasco they had and showed it to people. And that's why she was at a party years later and a guy told her boyfriend about it. Do you all remember that? Do you all remember that? This is all so crazy. Deronda said haters in the chat. Moderators, if you see trolls in the chat, please block them, beloveds. Sunset says, so you can't even get some of the sites without an inside link. That's likely the case. Okay? That's likely the case. All right. Mascu said, we got anything else to talk about? This lady has Jags facts. Shaking my head. Nothing new here. Piggyback page. At the end of the day, why are you here? I have questions. If you didn't want to hear what the queen was cooking, why are you even in the chat listening? Oh, okay. Please make it make sense. So with that all being said, here's the thing. Now, he says, where is her receipts? Jag's receipts. Well, you know, she doesn't have any, I'm sure, but neither did TMZ. When TMZ reported this 2 months ago, they didn't have receipts either. And they wouldn't have receipts if this was being done through dark coin, like Jag said, because that way you can hide your identity. Okay. That Crazy Beach Air said, can you sell PDF files and the like? I don't know. You probably can, honey. This is all crazy. It's no telling what somebody can sell on the dark web. Okay. No telling what somebody can sell on the dark web. I find it all interesting, though. If this is all true. If this is all true, because like I told you guys, I told you Diddy would absolutely be trying to barter for his freedom. Okay, please pay attention. T-Cope said, why would anybody pay to invite that heat on themselves? Well, here's the thing. There's no trace of it. Beloved, pay attention. There's no trace of it. There's no, you know, you can choose whether or not you want it to be public or private, even if you're making an exchange or doing something with third parties. Okay, that's how dark coin works. Nobody has to know who's selling and no one has to know who's buying it. All right. So with that all being said, now, like I said, I can't substantiate these claims at the end of the day. And but the only thing I find interesting about it is, like I said, TMZ reported this 2 months ago. So with that all being said, but let's continue. All right, so now I went and dug up some footage. You all remember what Young Jock said about Cassie and how Diddy got her to cut her hair off? So let's get into it. Because I found a video, an old interview, where a woman was talking to Cassie about that haircut. And it seemed at the time like that's something that Cassie voluntarily did. Okay, please pay attention. But let's get into it. Likes up, everyone, please like and share. If you don't like what the queen is cooking, excuse yourself. All right, that's what you can do. Now, I didn't say Jaguar was telling the truth. I'm just reporting the news. At the end of the day, we don't know if any of these people are telling the truth, okay? We had somebody on another platform lie and say that Jonathan Idy was dead, and then they came back months later and said that the fans were hiding him. He's going to be a star witness. We've had people say things that are not true, okay? So what I choose to do with the information is chew the fat and spit out the bones. If something sounds plausible, then I'll say, okay, maybe that could have happened. Now, TMZ, as far as my assessment of it, what they've previously said coincides with what Jag says. Not saying that they're right or that she's right, but at the end of the day, they're both saying something very similar about F-off footage being sold on the dark web. Please pay attention.
And people shaving their head. Did you kind of think like, well, what's going on? Why does everyone want to be me?
I never thought that anybody wanted to be me, but I was definitely shocked because in the first 3 months of having the cut, everybody thought I had lost my mind. And
I remember seeing an interview and you were like, I wanted it for ages. And the guy was like, but you shaved your hair.
Yeah, I shaved, like, what are you doing? No, and then it just became part of me. So like, even now, I shave more. Last year I shaved the other side. It's just become who I am. And it was very flattering that other people wanted to do it as well, especially other artists. I remember getting an email from Lala.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And she was like, she sent a photo, and I was like, oh my god, I can't believe you did that.
I'm in Miami. I'm on the yacht. I'm about to come past y'all. Nigga said, pull up, nigga. Me and Cassie, we just laying around. We ain't doing nothing. We chilling. I said, I'm gonna pull up. Nigga, I pulled up, docked to that nigga house, got off, went in there, fucked with the nigga, got on the jet skis, went and kicked him for about 2 hours. When it was time to leave, he's like, nigga, what y'all doing tonight? Bring your wife, let's go out. I like, bet. So me and Puff talking, we kicking it. I'll never forget this. I pulled back up, Puff like, get in a Jeep with me, nigga. He like, nigga, you need to get you some of these Jeeps right here. And nigga, get you a Jeep like this when you come to Miami, nigga, we can mob like this. I'm like, yeah, this the move. So we ride to the club. He's like, shit feel right, nigga. We need to be like mob. And I'm like, yeah, nigga. So I never forget, we pull up to fucking Live, nigga. When we get to Live, nigga, Young Bird, well, Hitmaker. I think it was like
AKA Hitmaker.
Hitmaker. I think it was like Hit Boy or something. These niggas had these whistles. So they throw Puff a whistle. Puff like, you want? I was like, I don't even know what that whistle shit mean. I'm cool. I don't do whistles. And I never forget Hit Rock was there. Hit Rock was like, boy, it's finna be live.
Boy, you blow that whistle, it's finna be a party in here.
Never forget this shit. We go in the club, we kicking it, shit. I'm like, damn, this what's up. The nigga Puff is on the goddamn, he on the shit, the bar where everybody perform at in front of the DJ and shit. And he going crazy, this bitch lit. I was watching Puff. The nigga Puff was looking up there. He saw this white woman. It was bottles on bottles on bottles around her. It was lit. Puff jumped out. Me and Cassie sitting next to each other. My wife right here, Cassie right here. The nigga jumped off the bar, came on and said, yo, Cassie, tomorrow, I want you to shave the side of your head. And I was like, what the fuck kind of request is that? So when I'm like, what the fuck? So when I look up there, this white woman's side of her head was shaved, my nigga. And the bitch looked good with it. So I was looking at Cassie, I was like, well, I was like, you're not about to do that, are you? She said, well, I mean, whatever Sean wants, I'm gonna do. I was like, well, you make sure you send me a picture before you do that shit. So within like 2-3 days, she sent me a picture. I'm like, she done shaved her motherfucking head. I'm like, that shit look good. When that shit hit the internet, boom.
She started a whole trend, man.
A whole trend, and I watched it happen.
She started a whole
So I got so many moments and stories.
Now, Jock told us.
Now, with that all being said, I find that very interesting because everyone back then thought Cassie chose to get her hair cut like that, but Diddy made her do it, okay? As many other things that he supposedly made her do. Now, in this clip that I'm going to show, I want you all to pay attention to Diddy's face, okay? Diddy is smiling and happy as he walks into the party, and then he sees Cassie, and just look at the look he gives her. Please pay attention. It's me now. You're my truth now. I'm here Did y'all see that look on his face? Now, I wonder what happened on that night. I'm going to show that again. Now, at the end of the day, that dude got up out there real quick. He must have been trying to holler at Cassie or something at the end of the day. But I wonder what Diddy said when they left up out of there and after everyone else was gone. Well, let's go back to it now. I had to remove the audio because they had different music playing, so I added my own. Pay attention. It's me now. You're my truth now. I'm here to speak and make it all nefarious. Okay. All nefarious. Biggie says you could hide the identity of the party with the dark coin, but if Jag saw the stuff listed on the dark web, why didn't she grab a receipt? I don't know, beloved. You'd have to ask Jag that. You'd have to ask Jag that, beloved. I don't know. At the end of the day. And like I said, I'm not saying she's telling the truth or not, but she has said some credible things in the past. Please pay attention. And TMZ didn't show any receipts either. Did you guys ask TMZ for their receipts? I have questions. Did any of you guys ask TMZ for their receipts? Because I don't think anybody did. All right. Now, with that all being said, let's go to this next video. This is Diddy talking about how he cried for 3 hours. Please pay attention.
Man, I ain't gonna lie. I've been holding a lot of shit in lately. Man, I just had like a 3.5 hour cry. But I just like let it all out. Or as much as I could tap into. That shit felt great. Sometimes you gotta let that shit out. Just saying to everybody out there, men, women, and child, you know what I'm saying? Don't be leaving nothing bottled up, you know what I'm saying? Let that thing out. God will be right there, let you know. Come on, let's get up, let's go. But I had me a 3.5 hour cry. God is good. You know what I'm saying? Like that deep, like, oh God. I cried for like 3 months straight. I would just be like walking around crying, like, you know what I'm saying? And like just all the time. And it just hurt so bad, you know what I'm saying? And I just didn't, I was just like not moving. I had like isolated myself, you know? And yeah, it was definitely, it was rough, you know what I'm saying? It was rough. I really could not control crying. You know, I would be anywhere and just any memory would just get me and really break me down.
Okay, you guys, I'm multitasking. I was scheduling my spiritual life. Now, with that all being said, I find it all very interesting. Diddy needs to sit down somewhere. Crying for what? After all the dirt that he's done. Now, again, I had to add different music in there because Diddy had music playing in the background. Now, I'm not trying to have beef with YouTube. Yeah, they already stay on my arse. Please pay attention. Now, let's go to this next video of Kim, Diddy, and Cassie. The way he would parade them both around together. And at the time all of this was going on, I wondered, did Kim know that Cassie at that time was more than just his artist? Now, we know that she eventually found out, but I wonder if she knew it at this point.
P. Diddy, Sean in the corner. Sean, together right here in the corner, guys. Sean, you are the king, baby. What's happening? Sean, together this way. Diddy, Sean, together. P. Diddy, Sean, P. Diddy, doggy. Sean, to your left, Sean. Sean, to your left. Back up, Sean, everybody this way. Sean, you the best, doggy. Sean, we're the t-shirts, man. Sean, I'll let you rest, bro. Let's shut up. Sean! Hey, yo, this is my new Tino artist, Cassie. Cassie, let me get solo. Cassie,
you know what the saddest thing is? That Diddy has such a beautiful family. He has such beautiful children and all of that. And he had everything going for himself, a billionaire, just living lavish. And at the end of the day, the fact that he was allegedly doing all of these things, and that has landed him to where he is right now, it's really sad. And you know, remember how he said that he changed his name to Love and he was trying to change and all of that. And then he went on the awards show and said that Cassie was with him when he was in a dark place. Do you all realize that's the same thing he said in that apology video? He said that he was in a dark place. Did you all notice that? When he shouted out Cassie at the BET Awards. And he said, thank you for holding me down. And he said that when he was in a dark place. And then he said the same thing in that apology. Now, with that all being said, one could say or could have been led to think that maybe he changed along the way. Maybe he finally decided to change and do the right thing. Maybe that's why he started calling himself Brother Love. Maybe that's why he said at that time he was in a dark place, because maybe he was no longer going to do those nefarious things. But that's not the case. And the reason we know that's likely not the case is because of Little Rod's lawsuit. Because this all just happened recently. Okay? This all just happened recently. According to, if what Little Rod said is true, all of those allegations he made, if those things are true, and I believe that they are, well, then Diddy didn't change one bit. Okay? He talked about being in a dark place, but he never came to the light. That's all I'm saying. All right? I find it all so interesting. Likes up, everyone. Please like and share.
It's me now.
Sorry, I didn't mean to say.
It's me now. Hear my truth now. I'm here to speak and make it clear. I'm sorry, y'all, for all I've done, but I'm not the only one in a dark place. I told some lies. It's me now. Hear my truth now. I'm here to speak and make it clear. I'm sorry, y'all, for all I've done, but I'm not the only one in a dark place. I told some lies, but I'm not the only one. We all got secrets under the sun.
And then someone said in the chat the other day, I don't remember who it was, but they said when April Lampros, I believe it was, came out with those allegations, they were saying that Diddy doesn't date Caucasian women, but yes, he does. Okay, J-Lo, first of all, is a Caucasian Latino, but he clearly dated Cameron Diaz, which I didn't even know that. Did any of you all know that Diddy dated Cameron Diaz? I never knew that. Cameron Diaz. Never knew that. Nita to Mike's World said, if you ask me, they all disgusting. That Crazy Beach Area said, that was my first time seeing that. Okay? A whole hot mess. Exquisite Film said, that was so disrespectful. He was sleeping with Cassie. Right, and had her right there with Kim, in Kim's face. Yeah. Absolutely. Now, let me go to this performance. Now, this was a beautiful performance. Sad that Diddy is so nefarious, but he performed with his daughters at the award show. Hold on, I think this is it right here. It looks like Diddy's favorite color is clearly red. Okay, and he has all of his children doing that same dance that he's always done. Okay, please pay attention. Nandy says, anyone knows why they named the twins Jessie? I love the song Jessie by Stephanie Mills, yet don't think it was an appropriate name for a girl. I must have some sort of it must have some sort of sentiment attached. Yeah, that is usually a male's name, Jesse and Delilah. And then sometimes twins, most of the times they have similar names. Okay, always dancing with his evil art, says Tangi. Did he recently sell the tapes, says Francina. You know, beloved, I don't know. Now, it was reported by TMZ 2 months ago that someone was trying to sell tapes of him. But as far as these tapes, I don't know. Jaguar said this like a week ago. She said this like a week ago. Christopher said he's given his life to entertainment. Queen Adai said pride comes before the fall. He became too prideful and thought he was untouchable. Now, that's a good point, beloved, because I said the exact same thing. I said the exact same thing, that pride goes before the fall, and that Diddy's own arrogance is what has led to his demise. Because Rodney Jones alleges that Diddy was bragging about certain things that were illegal that he allegedly participated in. And why would you be telling anyone these things if true? Why would you be bragging about you actually were the gunman the night of the incident at the club in 1999 and that Shine took the fall? Why would you be talking about that? That's all crazy, okay, as far as I'm concerned. There's a whole lot of stuff that Rodney Jones alleged that he claimed to have admitted to. Okay, Queen Sam says so. Queen Sam says so. Nobody listened to Suge Knight about Diddy being all up in the videos dancing. Right. Okay, it's exactly what he was doing. And taking credit as executive producer when he didn't do anything in some of the records. Okay, Leon said, yes, you did, Queen. Thank you. That crazy bitch Eric said for clout. Your son said red represent blood of the innocent. Well, we know he's lying about that. Okay, we know he's definitely lying about that. So at the end of the day, you know, I wonder if 50 Cent has purchased any footage for that documentary that he's going to be doing. At the end of the day, the secrets continue to unravel. Now, remember I told you all the other day, I reported to you how Diddy's daughter, he couldn't go to her graduation or didn't go to the graduation. He chose not to because, of course, it would have been an entire media circus had he gone there, and all attention would have been focused on him as opposed to his daughter, Chance. Now they're saying, and this came out about an hour ago, Diddy's daughter, Chance Combs, supported as she shared graduation photos amid dad's legal drama. Well, I'm glad that she's supported because these children should not be punished for the sins of the father, even though a lot of the things that Diddy's accused of absolutely is already affecting them. Like I told you guys a few months ago, they said that the twins lost a gig because of the things that were out about Diddy. Now, Sean Diddy Combs' teenage daughter has celebrated her graduation from high school as allegations continue to swirl around her dad, the well-known rapper and music mogul. Chance Combs, 18 years old, posted photos on Instagram on Sunday showing her holding her diploma while wearing a graduation cap and gown, saying this is just the beginning. That's what the aspiring actress, who is set to attend New York University's Tisch School of Arts beginning this fall. That's what she said. Now, although the young woman's mother, Sarah Chapman, and the 26-year-old brother, Christian King Combs, appeared in the photos, there was no sign of Diddy. Chapman followed up with a heartfelt tribute saying, "You are my joy, your independence, hard work, being a go-getter, never following the crowd, and ability to stand alone makes me so proud. Your quiet confidence and empathy to feel things so deeply makes you you. Never lose that. You are humble, strong, intelligent, and kind. And I'm so excited about your future because you've worked so hard to get to where you're going." Christian Combs also offered his congratulations, saying, "I love you and I got you forever." Now, the milestone comes after U.S. federal agents raided two of Combs' homes in Los Angeles and Miami following accusations of sex trafficking, abuse, and rape. The 54-year-old, previously known as Puff Daddy and P. Diddy, is facing multiple civil lawsuits from women who say that he raped or assaulted them, as well as a potential federal indictment. So, that all being said, we know that indictment's right around the corner. There's no denying that. That indictment is literally right around the corner. Please pay attention. And like I keep telling you all, it's not going to be hard for them to get one because the grand jury, that's all very one-sided. Okay? You don't get to get up there and defend yourself against allegations. You don't get to have your attorney to counsel you, whatever, and speak for you and all of that stuff. Diddy's in fact going down. All right. D-Night said he should have been mentored by Barry Gordy. Yeah, maybe he thinks it would have turned out different. You're right, beloved. I still think he would have been whipping artists and taking names because he has a history of violence dating back to even his college years. But maybe he should have been. He would have been better off, I'm sure. I mean, look at the people that Barry Gordy has in fact mentored. They all turned out great. Okay. All this do why Diddy stuff got me wigging out, Hunty. It says Terry Lee King. Okay. So with that all being said, Diddy could not let go of that old way of moving in the limelight, says D Nice. You know, that's true. And that's one of the reasons that I don't think Diddy, when people were trying to say that Diddy fled, and remember, just the other day, somebody said that he fled, fake Nancy Drew, said that he fled, and that's why the feds didn't know where he was, and that's why he skipped out and abandoned his family, didn't go to the kids' graduation or the prom and all that stuff. That's an absolute lie. He was sitting right down there in Miami laying low. And and to me, that was a smart thing for him to do, okay, for his daughter, because no need to embarrass her. So with that all being said, likes up, everyone, please like and share. Like and share. Thank you in advance. Miss Mississippi said he's talking to the woman he's dated about crying over other women. I know, right? I mean, that just goes to show how ignorant Carisha is. Okay, that just goes to show how foolish she is. And here's the thing. Let's not forget that when he was at the BET Awards and shouted out Cassie, it was Carisha who was there holding up a sign. Okay, holding up a sign, calling him Papa or something. She's holding up a sign honoring him, praising him, but he's shouting out Cassie, his ex. So, you know, all stupidity as far as I'm concerned. So he treated her that way because she allowed him to, and he didn't care anything about her. I think to him, she was just an object. Okay, someone that he could get to do these FOs willingly. She said that she liked being, you know, liked golden showers. That's what she said. And so clearly foolish as far as I'm concerned. Clearly foolish. So with that all being said, everyone please like and share this video, subscribe to the channels if you haven't done so already. Please be sure to click the like video. Thank you kindly. And also for those of you who follow the spiritual channel, I'll be going live on there at 1 o'clock. Let me share the link real quick because I just created the link a minute ago. Hold on. Likes up, everyone, please like and share. I'll also be going live on the backup channel. Be going live on the backup channel. Please pay attention. So with that all being said, I hope you all enjoy the rest of this beautiful day. And I hope to see you all in the next chat. Also, for those on the spiritual channel, I will be uploading something for the members only later on today. Okay, so don't forget about that. Make sure if you're a member, and also the new ebooks will be coming out soon. Okay, the new ebook will be coming out next week. With that all being said, okay, here we go. I'm sorry, you all know the queen be multitasking. All right. And for those of you who have recently sent me emails about certain things, and I responded to you and said that I would get back to you about whatever you were talking about, I've just been busy, okay? Ron the Truth said, thank you, Queen. I enjoyed your live. Thank you, beloved. All right, I appreciate you. Okay, so Juju said, I'm going to need my ebook, Queen. Okay, they're coming. I should have them out next week. Jeff ATL said, what now? Marla Negra loves golden showers too. Really? I find it all nefarious, honey. I find it all absolutely nefarious. And even if you did, why would you broadcast that? Why would you broadcast that? Nita to Mike's World said these kids are not going to have any generational wealth because of their parents' doings. It's really sad because I do believe, I agree with you, because Diddy's money is going to pay off those lawsuits. And not to mention these attorney's fees and all of that at the end of the day. Terry Harper said, always a pleasure, Queen. Thank you, beloved. So with that all being said, everyone enjoy the rest of this beautiful day. Thank you all for tuning in once again. Each one teach one. That's how we grow and thrive. Do something productive, constructive, but never destructive. And always remember, beloveds, to keep the Most High first in your lives. Peace.
Yo, Nick.
Hit him with that
Gold all in my skin, God all in my blood. Kings all in my circle, you touch one of mine and you're done. They show no love for the queen, why you hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans? I got dreams like King Luther, shed blood like Kunta. You ain't helping my people, I ain't got nothing to say to ya. I want all the smoke like hookah. Talking reparations, America won't be great until they give us compensation. I'm like, I'm the hottest right now. See a bunch of lames out here trying to jock on my style. They be doing too much. I'm the queen, it's too easy. It's like they all at Popeyes, how they be talking so greasy. I just sit back and laugh while these haters get madder. So nefarious how they don't want my pockets with cheddar. I tell them they can do better. These snakes in the grass can leave a bite on your ass, cause y'all be trusting too fast. I got my foot on the gas, other one on they necks. Dropping receipts on haters, you better show some respect. I'm never facing regrets, we only facing the threats. Running through every challenge like a relay, break no sweat. It's a cold game, so I got that blanket with me. Now that my people awaken, ain't no going to sleep. I do not play by my piece, this time I'm playing for keeps. You talking slick, but when I see you like them ends, we gon' meet. And I got gold all in my skin, God all in my blood. Kings all in my circle, you touch one of mine and you done. They show no love for the queen, why they hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans and I got gold all in my skin, God all in my blood. Kings all in my circle, you touch one of mine and you done. They show no love for the queen, why they hating on me? Is it cause I'm